It's day 3 of the Expo, and out goes 3 of the ship manufacturers and in comes Anvil Aerospace. And if you happen to have a jam-packed Sunday and Monday, we're of course here to tell you which ships are worth your time. Now, Anvil Aerospace has done something pretty peculiar, as they have brought 16 ships to the show floor, but there's 14 of them for you to check out, and we'll explain why later. When you enter the main hall, you'll notice there have been more ships than there have been in past few days, so just know that in this particular room we're going to work around this anti-clockwise, starting at the Anvil Gladiator and moving round to the end of the big ship in the middle. As mentioned earlier, this is the Anvil Gladiator, a 2-person dive bomber in the Star Citizen universe. What you'll notice here is that most of the Anvil single-seater or double-seater fighter ships have a peculiar way of entry in which you stand underneath the cockpit and the chair will come down on your head. Just something to note. This particular ship's designed to dish out damage and then get the hell out of there to any ship that's slightly bigger than it. If you have a friend spare and you enjoy blowing stuff up, check this one out. If on previous days you've rented any of the light fighters and you enjoyed the flying experience, here's another one for you to check out. This is the Anvil Arrow, a fast, nimble, single-seater light fighter designed to dish out a bit of damage but can't really take it. If you enjoy atmospheric combat or just flying planes in general, check this one out. Our third ship of the day is the C8X Pisces. It's a small snubcraft ship designed to be used in conjunction with one of the bigger ships we'll be covering later. Typically this will designate it into the not list, but because I quite like the design, it has a small cargo hold, 2 drop seats for extra passengers, and a quantum drive so you can actually get around the verse. Plus, you're going to be needing to rent it for the ship we're going to recommend later. This one gets the okay. Our fourth ship of the day is the Anvil Hawk, one of my favourite designs in the verse. Again, with the kooky cockpit that comes down on your head to retrieve you, this ship is designed for bounty hunting, and that's its downfall. Round the back you'll find the prisoner cell for you to put your incapacitated cargo. Problem is that bounty hunting as a profession doesn't really work, and neither does that chair. I can however promise that it has one of the coolest landing gear attractions in the game, but apart from that, not really recommended. Up next is the Anvil Hurricane, a ship which has got a jolt of life thanks to the recent turretry work. This means the ship's actually fully capable of doing what it says on the tin as a heavy fighter. Grab another person and go and wreck some bounties with this one. This one is quite recommended. Sixth in today's main hall, and the big ship of today, is not just one of the best ships of today. This is one of the best ships in the entire game. This is the Anvil Karak. If you have a passion for sci-fi, TV or movies or just any form of media, then off the top of your head you can probably name a crew with a go anywhere, do anything type exploration ship. Then the Anvil Karak is the Star Citizen version of that ship. The ship's so good in fact that I don't want to spoil it for you by giving you a full tour. Just know it has pretty much everything, inclusive of a garage to store ground vehicles in from where you enter, and on the top side a hangar for that C8X Pisces I told you to rent earlier. This ship is also the first of the free fly to offer an ICU, meaning that if you go into this medical room and set your spawn point, upon death, as long as the ship is within range, you will just spawn back in it. No more of this running around a space station or getting out of your hab business. As you can probably tell, this ship is hot. Make sure you go and check it out. If you are flying solo though, be wary that there are no guns for the actual pilot to shoot, and therefore I heavily recommend getting a crew together and running some missions in this bad boy. Downstairs we have the Anvil Ballista, a ground-based anti-aircraft vehicle. The odds of you transporting this ship to a place where you could actually use it for its intended purpose is so slim thanks to the lack of ground-based gameplay that I really can't recommend this. Back upstairs in Hall 2 we have the F7 series, a fighter series with a series of variants. Here's the order we'll work through them.
Perfect!
Up first we have the F7CM, also known as the Super Hornet. The C in all of these ships, by the way, stands for civilian, because they're the civilian versions of military ships available commercially. Or maybe it's commercial. Who cares? Either way, if you enjoyed any of the other two-person fighters, then this is definitely your go-to for space combat. If you have a friend available, check it out. Here's the F7C Wildfire. Now this is just a special edition of the normal F7C, so I can't really recommend it. It's just got a changed loadout and a changed skin. Maybe check it out if you like the next ship, but overall, eh. The third ship in this lineup and in this room is the F7C. Now this is the base model that all the other ones are spun off of. It's a civilian version of a single seat medium fighter that we'll see a lot of in the Squadron 42 single player campaign. If you're playing solo and you like space combat, then check this one out. Then maybe double back and check out the Wildfire's changed there. Now if you try to rent this next ship, you've probably come away a bit confused, because you can't. This is the F7A. This is the actual military version of the ship, akin more closely to the Super Hornet we checked out earlier. Seeing as you can't fly it, no ratings here. Second to last is the F7CS, also known as the Ghost. Now, I was going by the name and the paint scheme, you've probably guessed that this is the stealthy version of the ship. Problem is that infrared signatures and whatnot don't really work as intended right now. They are available, they're just not where they need to be. As a result, can't really recommend this ship. In this room is the F7CR, also known as the Hornet Tracker. Now this one's designed to seek out any ships that you can't really find using an advanced scanning system. Problem is, that system isn't really where it needs to be either. And even CIG knows that this ship isn't worth your time, because when I went to record B-roll footage of it, I got a 30k error. Not recommended, I'm afraid. Which leads us into the third and final haul of today, which we'll tackle in this order.
Perfect!
Up first is the Anvil Terrapin. A really rugged and heavily armoured ship, which is designed for scanning and exploration. It's meant to map out the verse in the future, but as these features don't really exist, hard to recommend. Up next we have the second ship of the day, which is available to see but not available to rent. This is the F8 Lightning, a military heavy fighter which we'll get for completing Squadron 42 for free. No fly, no rating. Then finally for the day we have the Anvil Valkyrie. Without a shadow of doubt, the best dropship in the game. It has everything it could ever need, with multiple drop seats, multiple turrets, gunner seats, and then my absolute favourite detail, on the port and starboard sides of the ship there are Gatling guns with open hatch doors which anybody inside can use to fire outside of the ship, to give some proper Black Hawk Down type moments. From simply being able to transport around a number of grey cat rocks for a mining operation, or getting a good taste of what ground gameplay could one day be. The Anvil Valkyrie comes hot and heavily recommended. And that's it for this Star Citizen focused video. We're a fairly new channel, so if you enjoyed what you saw today, please be sure to drop a like down below, comment with your thoughts, negative and positive, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more in the future, keep on doppying, and we'll see you in the next one.